Hello and welcome Ocotillo and Glendale residents to Glendale Today. I am Councilmember Jamie Aldama and I represent the Ocotillo District, which includes historic downtown Glendale and Catlin Court. With me today is Director of Economic Development, Brian Friedman. Brian, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Councilmember Aldama. It's great to be here, especially with this fantastic group of entrepreneurs that's invested in our downtown. Our downtown is amazing. It is a unique and charming environment, unlike anything else in the West Valley. It's red brick, it's aesthetic curb appeal, the fantastic lighting, the fact that we actually have a center courtyard or park right on our plaza where we stage world-class events year-round. Really, in the West Valley, as a point of pride, downtown Glendale is the place to be.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Friedman, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now let us meet our guests.
Hi, my name is Linda Moran Whitley and I am the owner of Papa Ed's Ice Cream. So we're really excited that we brought an old-fashioned ice cream parlor to downtown Glendale for sweet treats.
My name is Pete Gleniak. This is Desert Rose, downtown Glendale, Arizona, which includes a 5,300 square foot traditional steakhouse, a pizza and gastro pub, outdoor patio, Cuban style cigar lounge.
My name is Colby Waters. I'm the owner of Pizza Old Roma, and we serve pizza, wings, salads, calzones, and beer.
Hi, I'm Andrea Show. I'm the owner of the Hop Stop Diner located in historic downtown Glendale. We're known here for our turkey avocado sandwich. It's made with our signature crusted Parmesan bread. You won't find it anywhere else.
I'm Chris Chang and we're here at Cuff in downtown Glendale. Cuff is a cocktail bar and we also serve a menu of Southwest flavors as well as some Asian dishes.
Hi, I'm Matt Borowski and I'm the owner of the Spicery In Our 1895 home. The signature dish is our chicken salad and the homemade rolls. Those are two things that people come back for time after time.
My name is Shelly Au. My business is Shelly's Specialty Desserts. We are known for our sweet buttermilk pie and we top that with our house-made caramel sauce.
My name is Chef Tom. This is my restaurant, Bakery by Chef Tom. The favorite sandwich is the Italian, which uses pepperoni, hard salami, and ham. My sub dressing and a little bit of mayonnaise. Pretty good.
Justin Piazza, La Piazza Al Forno. La Piazza Al Forno is wood-fired Neapolitan pizzeria. We have Neapolitan-style dinners as well, Southern Italian.
Hi, I'm Valdemar Ocula.
And I'm Margaret Ocula, and we are at Touch of European Cafe. And our specialty is pierogies, kielbasa, cabbage rolls.
Delicious dishes.
Yeah, my name's Brett Hoffman. I'm from Haus Murphy's in downtown Glendale. Haus Murphy's is a German restaurant that's been in downtown Glendale for 20 years. The most popular dishes are schnitzels, from the Wiener to the pork to the chicken.
My name is Lisa Dowd, and I own a Shot of Java. It's a coffee shop. We serve coffee, specialty drinks. We handcraft all our drinks, so everything's made to order.
My name is Lulu Rodriguez. I'm one of the owners of Bitz-ee Mama's restaurant, and we're a Mexican-American restaurant that's been here for 45 years. Our locals made Bitz-ee stay here for 45 years. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. It's all about our locals. It's our community.
In studio with me today are various restaurant owners of downtown Glendale and Catlin Court, who you have just met in the intro. Thank you all for being a part of this today. Before we begin, please notice the information at the screen. This will show you the names of all restaurants in downtown Glendale and Catlin Court, including those who could not attend the filming with us today. Today, these restaurant owners and I are going to discuss their businesses, the effects of their businesses on Glendale, and the effects of Glendale on their businesses. Linda, thank you for joining us today. Linda, your ice cream shop fits snugly in the Catlin Court area, a region of the heart of Glendale that is home to some of the most unique and old town shops. Linda, have you seen Catlin Court prosper since you first opened?
Thank you, Councilman Aldama, for inviting me today. And as you know, Papa Ed's Ice Cream just celebrated our 8th anniversary last week.
Wow.
So what is most notable to me is how our business owners have continued to partner with our city and our business-to-business connections to leverage advertising, marketing, whatever we can do so that we all prosper. When my neighbor prospers, I prosper because we have the opportunity to make a customer connection at our own business.
Linda, it sounds like you guys have created a really, really great business relationship amongst Catlin Court and downtown Glendale. I really enjoy hearing that. Thank you so much. I'm going to move on to Tom, Bakery by Chef Tom in Catlin Court. Chef Tom, you intended on opening primarily as a bakery, but because of high demand, decided to serve lunch as well using high-end products. How important is it to be flexible as a restaurant owner and provide menu items that you might not have originally planned?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me today.
Yes.
The question, however simple, is a little bit of a complex answer. It comes in a variety of things where, as a restaurant person, we get into the business for either because we want to, because we can, or because we love what we can do. In order to stay in business, we have to have customers. And a simple philosophy that I always followed was, you can make the best widget, but if there's no customers for the widget, you better figure out how to make a cog.
Great.
So I decided to leverage the meats, which was a lunch item that a lot of people would be able to come in and enjoy and understand, and then be able to cross over my baked goods into that market.
Chef Tom, thank you so much for serving the community in Catlin Court and downtown Glendale and all Glendale. And so for the viewers that don't know, your son also is a really young entrepreneur who sells lemonade, and we use them often in events. So we thank him as well. And Chef Tom, sounds like you have a really diverse restaurant bakery, and we really appreciate you, Chef Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to move on to Betsy Mamas, a local establishment that many have visited. Lulu, you and Christina, your restaurant is one of the most well-known in downtown Glendale, a local favorite for many. What has the driving force of your customers to continue to come to Betsy Mamas for all this time without fail?
I think it's because we make them feel at home. We're a family-owned restaurant, and to our tagline is, you come in as guests, but you leave as family to us. So I just think consistency, good food, and just feeling at home.
Lulu, thank you so much for serving the community. You know, many people want to be the fly in the wall in Betsy Mamas because there's so much business from the city and from other businesses that happens in your restaurant.
Right.
So many want to be in that room. So thank you so much. You and Christina are like many restaurants in downtown Glendale and Catlin Court that the owners are actually serving you. So we actually thank you so much for all you do for the city of Glendale.
No, thank you. Thank you for all the locals that come in. If it wasn't for them, for our community coming in, that's what made us successful all these years.
Well, thank you for recognizing the local shoppers. We really appreciate them, and we need to encourage them more to be out. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to Desert Rose. Pete and Teresa with us today is Pete. Pete, your investment in Gaslight Inn years ago is appreciated, but your recent investment in Desert Rose Steakhouse, Gastropub, and Cigar Shop has altered the corner and upgraded the entrance from Grand Avenue to the heart of downtown Glendale. What did you see in this location in downtown core to drive you to make the significant investment?
Well, we envisioned a multifaceted facility that could accommodate a lot of different things to make it very attractive to enter into downtown Glendale. We have a traditional steakhouse with quality steaks at reasonable prices. We also are sports fanatics, so we wanted to have a sports bar in town that had 37 TVs. You could sit inside, outside, you could sit on the patio. We have 9,000 square feet of 30-foot tall canopy covering on our 2.5-acre facility. They can accommodate car shows, motorcycle shows, special events, all kinds of different things, large parties. And the cigar lounge happens to be one of the oldest buildings in Glendale. It's made out of adobe, supposedly built in the 1880s, and we finished off making it look like an old Cuban cigar lounge.
Pete, you and Teresa have a very diverse establishment, from a sports area to an eatery to cigar lounge. We also appreciate your business in downtown Glendale. You also encourage a lot of artwork in your business. Can you talk just a little bit about some of the artwork that's in your business and your place of establishment there?
Right. We definitely have an arts background. We wanted to bring arts and different things such as music. We have live music at the venue. We have several murals painted by a very well-known local artist. One of the murals is 10 of the most historic black and white photographs of Glendale, colorful Cuban street scene on the cigar lounge. Come see us. We have a lot of nice murals to share.
Pete, thank you so much, and please share with Teresa our gratitude for what you have invested into Glendale. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to Haus Murphy's. Brett is joining us today. Brett, thank you for joining us again. Again, also thank you for serving such a diverse community and serving the city of Glendale and the business district. We thank you. Brett, you provide a very specialized menu that is truly not found elsewhere in the valley. And being such a popular destination, you may have had opportunities to move to Phoenix or to other East Valley locations, but you have remained loyal to Glendale, something we're very grateful for, Brett. What makes Glendale the most ideal location for your restaurant?
Well, it's the fact that it's the old town. It's the brick, the red brick, the old fashioned. I'm a native here, so I was born and raised in Phoenix area, and you don't find that much anymore in Phoenix. Actually, in the valley, there's very few. Mesa, but Glendale's still got that old town feel, and the city's been very loyal to me, and I've been very loyal to the city. I've had opportunities to move, and I turned them down. I like Glendale. I live in Glendale, you know. So it's just home to me. My grandfather used to deliver block ice here years and years ago, so it's just in the blood.
Brett, again, thank you so much. You know, when I drive by your restaurant in the evening and I walk by the restaurant, full of families, music, entertainment, really, really exciting there in that area of downtown Glendale. We thank you so much for serving your great food to the citizens of Glendale and those who come from outside of Glendale. I've spoken to many that walk into your restaurant, and not all of them are from Glendale, they're from outside of Glendale. So we thank them, but also all the locals, as you mentioned, that come to your restaurant. Brett, we thank you so much to you and your family for serving our city.
Councilman.
Thank you. We're going to move on to Hop Stop. Andrea, Glendale prides itself on large events that bring in tens of thousands of customers every year. These events are large, diverse revenue for the businesses as well. How has your location right on Murphy Park benefited your business?
Well, it's tremendous. But first I want to say I've only been there for just over 3 years.
Wow.
And I feel honored to be amongst these other restaurant owners that have had some national coverage. It's just amazing. We have a great area that we're located. And I personally have a fantastic location that is right in front of the park, right on Murphy Park on 58th Avenue. You find me by the polka dot awning and the Miss Betty Boop out front. So the best thing about it is that I'm able to capture my regular customers. They find me at the events, they find the restaurant, and they come in, and they return year round. And that is the driving force that keeps us alive, is we need people to come back year round. And once they get a taste of my turkey avocado sandwich on the Parmesan toasted bread, it is done. So, you know, that and our chicken tortilla soup. But you've had that before.
I've had it, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, once they get a taste of that, they're hooked. And it does help that I am open 7 days a week. I'm open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So people can come anytime, not just during events, and we encourage that. So.
Andrea, you're like many of the business owners here today with us, and those who cannot be with us today, who serve their customers on a regular basis. Do you enjoy that?
I do.
Really fulfilling?
Oh my gosh, I was just telling a customer today that, you know, I should have a little journal and I could write down the memoirs of the Hop Stop, you know?
But you also serve a really diverse menu. You have hamburgers with green chili on it, and you have tortilla soup, and you have many, many other items that our families and locals can enjoy. And we really appreciate you for being in downtown Glendale. And thank you for taking part of those events, and we hope that they benefit you and others.
It does. And being the little 50s diner down there, we don't just serve 50s traditional greasy spoon food. It is healthy food. You can find, you know, traditional. I mean, we serve Mexican food sometimes too, once in a while, and you know, just different things. We have a lot of specials and things that happen. So you come there once, and you might not find the same thing the next week.
Secret menu, huh?
Actually, we have one.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on to thank you. We're going to move on to Mr. Friedman. Brian, do you think having multiple successful, long-tenured restaurants altogether helps to drive more traffic to the downtown area, similar to the auto malls used to?
Yes, I do. The heart and soul of any city is its downtown. The energy, the vibrancy. When a downtown does well, the whole community does well. And like that, having award-winning Italian, Vietnamese, German, Polish, Mexican, American, all in close proximity, I think it serves to create a draw, like an auto mall does, to draw more traffic to the area. And just appreciate the restaurateurs that are here today to talk about the fantastic product they provide.
Mr. Friedman, thank you so much. It is really important that the city have a good relationship, working relationship with its businesses. Can you talk briefly just about those relationships and how we strengthen those to keep and retain businesses like the ones that are here with us today?
Absolutely. I think one of the best things really about life in general for us as human beings is the ability over time to develop those long tenured relationships and to really patronize. I mean, I've been to everyone's restaurant, I believe. Been in the city 16 years and kind of grown up with or inside of these folks' restaurants. And it's important to have a great relationship and to be in the downtown. And it's not just our group in Econ Dev, it's the whole of City Hall, our police and fire that are located nearby. Of course, the CVB and other city departments that frequent the restaurants. Relationships are everything, and we hope to really ingrain ourselves even more as time goes on with these businesses and just really appreciate the fact that they're there and the services they provide.
Mr. Friedman, thank you for mentioning the CVB. They are such an intricate part of all of the businesses in downtown Glendale and in Catlin Court and all of Glendale. So thank you for mentioning them. They contribute so much to our businesses, and we appreciate the work of Miss Lorraine Zomak and her entire team. So thank you for mentioning them. They are a wonderful additive to the business district, and we appreciate them. Thank you, Mr. Friedman. We're going to move on to the Spicery. Matt, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you. Another Catlin Court favorite. The Spicery is a lunch hotspot that serves wonderful homemade dishes right at home. As the city has grown around you, what do you see next for the Spicery?
Well, the Spicery has a long tradition of being in downtown Glendale. Martha started in the early 80s. I grew up with Martha, and I just get the pleasure of continuing her traditions. So as the Spicery grows and continues, we're really rebuilding the tradition that Martha started, keeping her, homemade rolls and quiche and those kind of things, but then moving into other items like entree salads and some lighter items that people are looking for now. We have gluten-free items and all sorts of different things to really serve all of our customers.
Matt, thank you so much. We spoke a little bit earlier before the show, and you talked about how we would like to encourage locals to come out during the summertime. Is that a slower part of your business, the Spicery?
Yeah, so the summer really slows down for us just because in the winter we have the snowbirds that come through from all over the valley. But in the summertime is really a great way for us to love locals and really want locals to come downtown. We know it's warm outside, but it's always cool in the restaurants, and we have great food, and we just really want to show them how much we appreciate them, because we know the rest of the year sometimes it's hard for them to get in with, when it gets a little more crowded, but the summer's really our time to shine for locals.
Matt, and if I'm correct, you put on a couple of events. You put on one event that encourages others to be involved in breast cancer awareness.
Correct.
Can you speak just briefly about that event?
Sure. So every year during October, I have a good friend of mine who hosts a breast cancer awareness luncheon at the restaurant. And we've done it for 4 or 5 years now, and it's grown every year. Last year was our biggest event and the biggest success. And we're going to keep growing that. So we'll do that again this October, and I hope to continue it for a very long time. It's a great event.
Matt, thank you so much for doing that for our community, for our families.
Very much.
And one last thing, I believe Glendale Ron, our very own Ron, used to live in the home that the Spicery is actually built in. Is that correct?
The house is the Brewster's home, and Ron ends his tour there whenever he does his tours, and it's great to see him.
Thank you. Matt, thank you so much. Now we join La Piazza Al Forno. Justin, along with Haus Murphy's, La Piazza has been recognized on diners, drive-ins, and dives. You serve a very unique style of pizza that is one of only 4 restaurants in the valley outside of Italy. Your restaurant also has a young vibe that is beginning to thrive in this area. Justin, you are leading that trend. Your restaurant is very successful. Tell us about those successes in your restaurant.
To be honest with you, we started, it'll be 9 years in October, but we wouldn't be here without a lot of these other restaurants. Chef Hoffman was, he's been here for my dad and my kids. My daughter's in the Marines now. She was a baby, and they used to go eat in Chef's restaurant when he was down the street from where we are. Now he's on the other side of the street. So a lot of the other people were saying before, without all the participation, without all the restaurants being there, Brian was very vital to us being open in the beginning. We started from nothing. So are we leading the trend? Yes. Being on Triple D, Chef will say that was, we worked really hard, but also not every restaurant gets to be fortunate enough to get picked to do something like that. So yes, it helps to bring those kind of people. Now, I'm hoping that a lot of the people that have come down here to eat at our restaurants have tried some of the other places, have went to the other shops. In the beginning, we were kind of frowned upon. A lot of the restaurants weren't looked at as kind of like we were taking over the antique kind of the business, but we want to be there just to help everybody. People come to eat. Maybe they go look at a shop. Maybe they go have ice cream after. Maybe they try, maybe what we had wasn't what they were looking for. Maybe they go somewhere else. But that's part of having other places, kind of like the auto mall that Brian talked about. There's so much different things for people to try when they come to Glendale that you don't get from a lot of other places. You don't get in your car and stop in a place, go eat, get in your car and leave. You can walk around, and there's different things to try.
Sure. I really took away something that you just mentioned, that you and Brett from Haus Murphy's really attribute your successes to all of the businesses in downtown Glendale and Catlin Court. Yeah. That is huge. That's a huge statement for the both of you to say that you attribute a lot of your success because of them. Those are relationships created by business owners that not a lot of us residents know how to create in the business world. So that is really good. I'm glad you mentioned that, and thank you so much for that.
No problem.
And I appreciate you and your wife and your whole entire family for serving your wonderful pizza in Glendale.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on to Old Roma. Colby, Old Roma is a long-standing restaurant in the downtown area. You are also one of the youngest owners of the establishments in downtown area. What marketing efforts are you using in general and also to draw in younger customers or customers, period?
Thank you, Councilmember. There are many advertising options out there for us to utilize. So I try and use as many as I can. I don't have a big budget, so I try and use as many of the free ones as possible. Social media, Google, Instagram, things like that. I also try and use, the city has a great marketing budget for us with their special events, and they have capabilities of reaching a bigger audience than I can on my own. But also, like everyone else says, the other restaurants, the other businesses, we support each other, we help each other, we advertise for each other, and we will try and make it successful for all of us around here. Because if we all are successful, we all are successful. So,
Colby, again, thank you for sharing how successful you have been with the help of your fellow business owners in both Glendale and downtown and Catlin Court. You have a really unique corner of the restaurant there that you can utilize the alleyway. Can you talk about that a little bit? How has that served you? The city of Glendale recreated that alleyway, and how does that serve your business?
That alleyway is great. It was not so pretty back in the day. They have revitalized it and made it beautiful with all kinds of plants and everything. So that alleyway is thankful that we have that, and that helps out a lot. Having that patio when the weather is nice, have that patio seating out there. So that's great, especially for special events as well. It's a thoroughfare from the different events that go on.
And you get to share that with not only other restaurants, but your neighbor, Shot of Java, is that correct?
Shot of Java, yes.
Well, what a perfect segue. We're going to move right into Lisa with Shot of Java. Colby, thank you so much. Lisa, with corporate coffee all the rage in the U.S., Shot of Java still remains a favorite among local Glendale. A nice, comfortable spot to sit and talk while drinking a homemade hot beverage. What separates you from those corporate locations that keep customers coming to you? And then you also have Coffee with the Cop at your place. Can you talk a little bit about your restaurant and how you differ from those corporate coffee places?
Thank you for having me today as well. I think what makes us different is that when you walk into our shop, you have a feeling of belonging. You know, everyone is accepted and everyone belongs into a Shot of Java. I feel a coffee shop is a place for everyone. And all my customers are just an extension of my family. So we cry together, we hug, we laugh. We all come together in time of a crisis and we help each other out. And I truly believe that's what separates us from the corporate coffee shops. It's more mom and pop place.
It is, it is. Lisa, you have a really special place there. As I mentioned before, some of the Glendale PD will host Coffee with the Cop there. Is that good for your business? Is that great that residents come out to your establishment and just enjoy a coffee or a hot chocolate?
Oh, sure. Of course. It helps. I would do it if no one showed up. I just believe in our city and I believe in law enforcement. So I thank them. So I do it for them, not for me.
Thank you so much. And we really appreciate the
Thank
Glendale
you.
Police Department coming out to your restaurant. We appreciate you. You have a really, really special location, a special restaurant in a special town, the city of Glendale. So we thank you very much.
Thank you very much.